On this episode of Cumberland Rover, I built the 8-foot pram just this summer, and I've had her out 2, maybe 3 times, and I have total confidence in her. She's ready for a serious challenge. Circumnavigation. The hold is thoroughly stocked with provisions, 1 lemon bar and 2 bottles of mineral water. After meticulously checking and rechecking both the integrity of the hull and all the rowing gear, and with 3 sets of redundant parts on board, the little blue pram charges ahead eagerly to meet its destiny. On this day, me and my little blue pram will join the list of names of the few bold souls who have attempted the harrowing challenge of circumnavigating a full 360 degrees around the circumference of Goose Island.
Soon may the wellerman come, bring us coffee, tea, and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, take our leave and go. At a fairness on the town, her hair was blonde and her dress was brown. Soon may the wellerman come around.
As I said, I built the 8-foot pram just this summer, and there is a full build video on that you may want to check out. Regular viewers may be wondering why the pram has not been seen nor heard from since the build video. The main reason for that is it's just kind of a pig to row, and what I'm most interested in is getting out and exploring new places that usually involves having to cross a substantial amount of water at some point. The stumpy little 8-foot pram is not the best tool for the job when it comes to covering greater distances. In that regard, my 12-foot skiff is much more effective. It's a better rower and faster under sail, and really just a better all-around boat. That said, the pram is still a fun little boat, especially when I'm just in the mood for something different and when I don't have to go very far. It's a great boat for a spin around the bay, and it has some desirable characteristics like great stability, compactness, portability, and being able to turn very tightly and maneuver in close quarters. This is one of those days where I'm just in the mood for something different, and I also don't have a full day available. So I load up the blue pram and head down to the dock and set out for Goose Island, just rowing today. The plan is to make a lap around Goose Island, fully circumnavigating as promised, and then land on the island and just have a look around on foot.
I'm just a fisherman tending my net. It's some kind of
In order to avoid rowing into the wind and swell as I near open water, I decide to make my circumnavigation clockwise, ducking into the lee side of Goose Island. With the high terrain of the island blocking the wind, the water is almost perfectly flat over on the lee side. That makes rowing about 10 times easier in a short, fat little pram like this. As I come around the east point of Goose Island, it's starting to get pretty bumpy. There's a south wind, and when the wind is out of the south, it doesn't take much to whip up a swell. The waves do slow me down a little bit and make for some uncomfortable rowing, but I don't really mind it so much. There's a great view of the lake here. As the little blue pram comes fully around the point of Goose Island and points her bow to the west, it's starting to look like we may have this circumnavigation in the bag. On this final leg of our route before landing ashore, the wind and swell are behind us, and it doesn't get much easier than that. I might as well be drifting with the current, strumming a ukulele. This gravel bar marks the western end of the island and the finish line. I have to say, victory isn't quite what I expected. Where's the champagne and confetti? If I had a beer, I would drink it at this point, but I'm on a health kick, so mineral water it is.
Goose Island, well, everyone's smiling. Cast off and we be away. There's not much to do here but sit and drink cold beer, wasting the summer away. Sadly, I'm on a health kick, so I don't have cold beer, but I do have mineral water. It's a little bit bitter, bubbly. I like it. Just came across a little bushcraft camp here out on Goose Island, and there's even a little Plow Point shelter. I think this one's been out here for a while. It's looking pretty dilapidated. I wouldn't really say that it was functional, but they had the right idea. I've actually built a couple of plow points like that out of natural materials, and it's pretty amazing how effective they can be at keeping the rain off of you or off of your firewood or whatever you want to keep dry. But it only works if you build up the layers to what seems like an absurd amount of leaves and sticks and debris, or even pine needles, whatever you can get. But that's pretty neat. Someone's out here having fun. So quite a while ago, I used to think the meaning of the term backwater just meant some remote creek or, some place out in the boonies. And a lot of times it's used that way. But the true meaning, historically, backwater referred to waters that have backed up. In other words, floodwaters of some river or creek, or really any body of water. And the reason I bring this up is to explain this island. So this maybe isn't a real island, if you want to say. Kentucky Lake is a man-made reservoir. And what that means is the Tennessee River was dammed up by Kentucky Dam. And now this island that was originally a high point, a ridge overlooking the Tennessee River and Tennessee Valley, this hill island is now surrounded by the backwaters of the Tennessee River, otherwise known as Kentucky Lake. So that applies to really, well, I won't say any, but most islands here on my local waters of the Tennessee River and Cumberland River. Most of them were created as a result of the flooding and backwaters from the original riverbed. You can really see the slope of the terrain on this island and what used to be a ridge. Off to my left, to the north, it's pretty much a sheer drop. That side of the island has been eroded to where it's basically a cliff dropping straight down to the water. To the south, on my right side, it's a gentle slope. And that's interesting because I know over on this side in the lake, there's a pretty deep creek channel. And then over on this side where the gentle slope of the island is, there's kind of a shoal and it's really flat, almost all the way across to the main land. tending my net. It's some kind of living, ain't killed me yet. I'm happy as sunshine, tending my lines on the big river where the sun always shines. I'm never lonesome wherever I be. I've got the heron to watch over me. I'm just a fisherman trimming my sails, laying out anchor when it's blowing a gale. I stick to the channel, keep it rolling along, go on the tiller as I whistle my song. I'm just a fisherman tending my net. It's some kind of living, ain't killed me yet.
Pennants are now available at cumberlandrover.com. Historically flown for signal purposes, a pennant is that indescribable something that your boat is missing. They can help you read the wind, increase visibility of your small craft, and they just look cool, fluttering from the masthead or yard of a lug sail. You can have any color you want, as long as it's bright red. I have 2 styles of pennant now available at cumberlandrover.com.